Let's check in with Jack. He's got the Cafferty file. Jack, before you get to the Cafferty file, you're a longtime observer of Rudy Giuliani. Give us, you were watching the interview, give us your reaction.
I think he did himself a lot of good in this interview. I'm not so sure I agree with him with some of the early stuff he talked about in terms of foreign policy, but I got the sense he's a guy who's very comfortable with who he is, with what he believes. He's confident he understands at least some of the problems we face, and is not unwilling to say, you know what, I'm not perfect. I made a mistake with Carrick. I probably made some other mistakes. I'll make some in the future. But what impressed me most was his ability to remain absolutely unflappable and unfazed by the rapid-fire nature of the questioning coming from the Wolfman. I mean, you can be a tough guy when it comes to some of these interviews, and I think you were firing high, hard ones at him with a certain amount of speed. And it impressed me that he stood there, he listened, he heard what you were saying, and he worked in his answers in between. And like I say, I think he did himself some good. He was a good mayor of New York. I wasn't so sure how good a presidential candidate he might be. I was impressed watching the interview this afternoon.
You know, Jack, I just want to add one point. He was willing to stay and go longer, but he got several hundred people waiting here in Columbia, Missouri, and he had some problems with his plane earlier, so he was already running late. But he was willing to take the questions and stick around. There's no doubt about that.
What did you think of him? You've done a lot of these interviews.
You know, he's obviously a very smart guy, and he's been around, as you say. If he could take questions from the New York media, as he did for the years he was the mayor of New York, he could certainly take questions from us as well.